We are in next episode. Welcome to Savage Appetites. I'm your host, Alex, aka Just Food, with my beautiful co-host, Taryn. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Hello.
You're still alive.
Hello. Alex, what is your favourite mountain in the world?
Well, my favourite mountain's
It is Kilimanjaro, I'll let you know. Why? I climbed it last week.
How did it go?
It was good. Tell you what, it was actually a bit more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit more like, you're just walking for long distances and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
And then you get there, you're like, that's pretty high. And then you get a bit further, you're like, a bit closer, you're like, that's pretty fucking high. And you're like, is that snow? You're like, oh shit. And now I start to realise it. So it was really good. I mean, the terrains you walk through, from like rainforest to like desert to like alpine desert to like pure rocks to the summit, which is just like ice, snow-capped. It was amazing.
I did see that you took a nice cold Guinness up to the top of the mountain.
did.
Respect for that.
I did. That was my thing. It was going to be my own personal Guinness World Record. But yeah, I
just made it. You just made the whole achievement so lame now.
Yeah, I wanted to have a Guinness at the top. At that very moment, in time, I was the highest person on planet Earth to be drinking a Guinness. So
That you know of.
Unless the other mountains, some weird fucking reason, a guy or girl is having a Guinness on top of Everest, then respect. At that specific same time as well.
There's going to be someone who was like, hold on a minute, I'll listen to the podcast. I was up at Everest also with the Guinness.
DM me. Okay. Straight to the delete.
Let's go.
But yeah, it was fantastic. It was really, really good. I'm glad I did it. Will I do it again? Probably not. But it was an achievement.
Did you like scratch the itch? Are you looking for like the next mountain?
I think, when you kind of get back, you're like, that's me, done. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy not to do that again. But then obviously the week go past, you go through images, you kind of digest the whole trip, and you're like, you know what, I could, but it is really fucking hard. Like the sleeping conditions are trash.
Yeah.
On a mountain. It's sometimes really cold, sometimes really hot. It was just a wave of emotion. I think now, next time I go into it, you're a bit more mentally prepared.
Yeah.
Mental thing as well. Like day 3, I was like almost mentally depleted. I was like,
you just hit the wall and you were like, oh.
It's just so long. And then like, what you do when you get back to camp, it's just like, you just want to like rest and you just lie down in your tent, and then sometimes the sun's out and it's just like baking, but you're just like, and you're sweaty. You don't have showers there. You have this little bucket when you wash with a bit of soap. It is what it is. And it's just like, you just start to feel uncomfortable day after day, and you're not sleeping well, because I just couldn't find it. I just couldn't sleep.
Well, with the altitude and stuff? Or?
Not necessarily the altitude, it was just the terrain. It's just comfortable. But yeah, and then like some of the lads got really sick. Some of them at different times of the trip. And the altitude, it does affect you. The higher you get up, like I could be like in the middle of the night, I'll roll over and I'll be out of breath.
Did you see that guy on TikTok? He was like a professor or something of like an English teacher. And he's like, I'm climbing this mountain in South America. I was struggling with the altitude sickness. And one of my guides gave me this leaf. I believe it's called the coca leaf.
What?
I feel fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you have like coca leaf or naina leaf, it helps with the altitude.
Oh, really?
Yes. But like obviously he's never even experienced that. Then he's on TikTok.
He's off his head.
Fantastic. So, no, for your listeners, if you're going to do a hike up a mountain, do it in South America.
Yeah, if you ever want to climb Kilimanjaro, Summit Expeditions, it's not sponsored, but they were absolutely fantastic, and I can tell you more.
Yeah.
DM us.
I'm gonna hit you up for that, because I think I also want to do that.
It was amazing. And they do mountains all over the world.
Okay, perfect.
What did you do?
So this episode, I'm taking the charge. Taz's notes for this episode are completely
I was on a
blank.
mountain, so I was like, Alex, you need to take charge of this episode plan. And I get back to the episode plan, and I look at it. I go, you know what? I'm looking forward to getting in the studio. Let me see what Alex's thoughts are. So I log on, and I go, okay, segment 1. Text goes here. Segment 2, text goes here. Segment 3, text goes here. So I was like, okay.
Look, I'm a creative. I don't like documents, right? Keep your Word docs in your spreadsheets, all right? I'm a free-flowing energy. I can't be contained.
My
okay?
job is a creative director. It's purely creative. But even that, I need some sort of fundamentals.
Okay, so to give you guys a brief, so what we're going to do is this episode, we're actually looking forward at what we think the biggest trends in the food scene are going to be for this year. Now, before we do that, we got to put some things to bed.
Yeah.
Some of last year's food scenes. I've got one thing in particular I want to discuss, and I want to put the nail on the coffin.
Yeah.
Dubai's best burger. We talked about it a lot. There's been videos, debates. We are going to sell this once and for all. But
I'm scared of this.
before that, let's give you people what you love. The eats of the week, our top places. Have you eaten any food since you come back?
Yes, I have.
Go on.
I had one before I left, and then one when I've come back. So first one is a new British fish and chip shop opened in Dubai.
It's open?
In Dubai Hills. It is open, very close to me. So as I was just leaving as well, a couple of days before I left, it's called Sailors.
Yes.
They said sailors the best of British essentially, and they actually the design of it is like a chippy, a bit more posh as well though because it has that indoor seating. It's not like a chippy you'll find in the UK, like as in.
Have they got the punch machine in there?
No, definitely not. And there's a lot full of like drunk lads up 2 a.m. But
Come on.
it does have, when you walk in, you have that kind of like, where it's like the heated element and they're a bit higher up and it's run by British guys as well.
Okay, good.
Guys and girls. And they have the fish and like, you can see it. Do you know what I mean?
So it looks like a real chippy.
Yeah.
Does it taste like a real chippy?
It's the closest I've ever had. Been here for over a decade, the closest I've had to a chippy. And they wrap it up in the paper. The salt, the salt and vinegar, it feels all that. It's just like, I don't know if it was more of a kind of nostalgia thing for me when I got it. Like I was like, when they put it in the paper and I took it out, I was like hyped. I was like, oh, is it like piece, like wrapped up paper? And I felt like it just felt like a bit like home. So I think for me, maybe I was a bit more, I don't know, convinced by it. But actually, the food quality is actually really good. It's reasonably expensive. Like cod and chips was like 120 dirhams, and I think you get a side with that as well. So I got like chip shop curry sauce.
I mean, that's Dubai prices for fish and chips.
Yeah,
here, but
I'm thinking in the UK
is
is
that like what, 30 quid?
yeah,
It's probably about 30 quid, right?
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty
to stay good.
But like compared to Bob's, because let's face it, Bob's is the OG.
It is an OG.
You think it's better than Bob's?
I've not had Bob's in a very long time, so
Have you ever had Bob's sober?
no. That's a good point.
Maybe you have to start there.
Maybe
We'll do a taste test.
Good
Sober
point.
drunk.
But anyway, I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I actually would recommend it. It was actually really tasty. I thought the portion was going to be small. It was like 250 grams of fish, and I was like, oh, it's going to be short. I'm
Is it
expecting
like
long
a fish, or are they giving you like a fillet of fish?
fillet, battered. I don't know, because I think it must be expensive. So I thought it was going to be not enough. But when I got it and I ate it, I was like, I actually feel,
Oh, really?
yeah. And I was like, oh, I actually didn't need any more, to be fair.
So I don't mind paying 120 dirhams if you're going to get the whole cod, like in the UK. And you're like,
not-
okay, all right, it's fine.
It's like a fillet.
We'll go
250
down and
grams.
try it then.
It was good, yeah. Honestly, really
Yeah.
good. I got another one, but you go ahead.
No, you go again.
Okay.
Because I'm going to run on for a bit.
Okay, fine. I know, sorry guys, this is a very Dubai Hills-esque, because
Ooh.
that's where I live. It's not, I think it's pronounced Revelry.
Yes.
Revelry. It's basically an Indian tap house
Yes.
themed restaurant, licensed, cocktail bar as well. Went there, great food. Really, actually, great food. And now their concept, I was talking to the waiter, and I was like, so what is the concept? The interior is nice, but it's just a bit of a weird vibe. So we went there after work. It was like a Wednesday or something, so it wasn't like a Thursday or Friday. Around about 7 o'clock, and they were like kind of pumping like dance music and like
Wednesday.
like a mix with like Travis Scott, and I was like, this is very weird. And the decor is quite kind of like opulent and a bit more. I say opulent's probably too much of a strong word. It's a bit more high level. It's like a very nice kind of space, right?
Yeah.
Then in the corner, there's 2 TVs playing cricket.
Oh, that's
It's-
weird.
It's weird. And then you have a really lovely bar, and then you have like a couple of screens playing cricket. There's like playing Travis Scott dance remixes, and the food is quite very beautifully crafted tapas, small dishes. And I was like, the vibe is just off. Like the vibe is just weird. Like I couldn't really relax. But the food was absolutely incredible, and they're very, very reasonably priced.
You know what? Maybe I've been spending too much time with you. When I'm thinking about brand consistency across all the senses, like you were saying a couple of episodes, they're clearly missing that part. They've got opulent food with an opulent interior with cricket on and a bar over there.
Yeah, it's weird. It's odd. And he was saying to me, it's like I think they call it a baat. It's like in Indian culture, part of a wedding, it's where you go afterwards, have a few drinks. It's a bit more chilled, relaxed, have a few drinks. It's like eat and you go. So you eat some nice food, drink and you go.
Okay.
But it wasn't. I just think they just need to kind of rearrange this kind of like, or figure out exactly how they want to position it,
Yeah.
considering the demographic.
Yeah.
So and they started to fill out a bit later because it was quite new.
Yeah.
The food speaks for itself.
Okay. Good.
So I think it's from the guys who do Transcend.
Oh, really?
I think it's Carnival and Transcend. I think it's like
Maybe.
that group, that hospitality group. This is one of their projects.
They are the OGs.
Yeah, and the food is really good. Like, obviously, loads of different tapas, which are like probably between like 25 to 30, 40 dirhams.
Okay. Good.
It's reasonable, and they're really actually really good quality. I was like happy with the food. Decor's nice. Turn off the cricket. Change the music for
Yeah.
that music. I don't mind that music coming on about Friday night. It's like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But not like 7 p.m. when it's like there's like
Yeah.
4 tables in there, and it's like and it's you're like kind of like what is going on?
We had the same experience. We went to a restaurant in up Soho Up, whatever, the one in JLT, the big new one. restaurant's gorgeous, food was great. You walk in and there's like a hallway and it's all really like brightly lit.
Yeah.
But then you get to the restaurant, you're expecting like moody, dark, like intimate interior.
Yeah.
They've still got the lights on full.
Oh,
The restaurant was like quiet, so you can literally see people from like across the room, like couples just sat, like could see what they were ordering and stuff. And it was just like dim the lights and the music was a bit off, just trying to get that consistency of food vibe.
All your
Very
senses. You've got to encapsulate all your senses.
We're going to be doing an episode on that soon.
Soon, yeah.
You're going to put together a good plan for
I'm
that?
going to do a very nice episode to talk about how brand is prevalent, how brand is so important to your business,
Yeah.
irrespective of what industry, but also then restaurants, because that's where you tingle or taste all the senses. That's all it is.
Good. Speaking of experiences, right? I want to give a shout out, credit to where credit's due. I've done a few food festivals in my time. Cos Arts Fest while you were away.
Yes. I was actually jealous that you guys went to that.
Honestly, the best food event I've been to in Dubai.
Really?
Hands down, Country Mile. Yes, it was 99% of the way there.
Wow.
You go in there. They've got good music, good vibe. The place was packed. And then when you come to the food, the variety was insane. You had
fantastic.
You had Eric's Banh Mi with ugly noodles. You had Kuya, Filipino. You had Reef. You had the guys from Carney Store and Harry's doing brisket and sandwiches. And there was a Mexican. It was like every single type of food that you could want was there.
Nice.
The food quality was just insane. We bumped into this Chef Brando from 71 Steak and Grill.
Okay.
I posted about it the other day. Never heard of the guy. Literally never seen it. And obviously in a food festival where everyone's doing like burgers and like finger food and fast food. Yeah. He was doing fish and chips, octopus and ceviche. And we tried this food and I was like, where have you been? He's like, oh, we have a restaurant in Sharjah. We've just moved to Dubai. Went down to his main restaurant in next to High Joint's new place, Emirates Financial Tower, in that park. Bangs.
Really?
Awesome. It's like outside, you're in the parks, it's all in the trees, and they've just got this massive wood-fired grill and he was cooking this T-bone steak. And I'm looking
in his main location.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, he's burnt it to a crisp. And I kind of didn't want to say anything. And he's not even face, he's just Wagyu tallow, he's just basting it. Comes over, I'm like, oh my God, it's back. Cuts into it, perfectly cooked. T-bone, perfectly cooked, pink in the middle, good like crust seal on the outside.
Nice.
Had this big sea bass whole thing. Mate, honestly, 71 Steak and Grill, hats off.
Price point?
It's basically, imagine like DIFC quality food, but casual setting, casual experience, good music, outside.
Love that.
And I'd say it's a little bit less expensive than DIFC. So it's really, really good. Awesome date night spots.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, I digress. Cos Arts Fest, honestly, you guys killed it. I'm so bloody proud of you. Keep doing what you do.
Keep doing it. You've got the Alex approval. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, super jazz. It looked
the only thing, and it wasn't the only one saying it. I was going around speaking to the vendors. Everyone said the same thing. If we had some beer here,
I was going to say,
we had some drinks, and I know they.
Is it Alsacal?
Alsacal, I think they're easing up on it, but they still don't want it to be boozy. They don't want people running around drunk there. Give people drinks tokens. Get them imagine you log in when you get your ticket, you put your Emirates ID, you get 3 drinks tokens allocated to your ID, and you have to validate and show your ID at purchase.
That's strict. You want to know that?
Well, if that's going to help control the riffraff and make sure everyone's not getting drunk and falling over the place. But you've got like awesome music there, awesome street food, great vibe, no booze, and everyone as soon as like 10:30, everyone's just packed up, off they go. Left it. If there was booze, people would have been staying there for 3-4 hours.
Nice. I'm jazzed. So what is that going to be every year? Or is it
I hope so. Cos Art Fest, you need to do another one, make it bigger, make it better, get some beers there. Sorted.
Love it. No, I'm definitely going to come. I was actually really jealous when I saw that.
I was going to mention a few others, but I think I'm going to. Well, I already mentioned State.
So this is how he's organised it. You see? I think this is what I always. This is what you went all up here, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, it's just freestyle. And then one more, Hashmi Grill.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
I finally went there. Yeah, everyone was like, "Go to Hashmi, go to Hashmi." I went there when I first started. Went back today. It's sick.
Yeah,
you guys
just you know what it is.
It's unbelievable. That Chooser chicken, succulent, smoky, spicy. It's just You're right. Sorry it took you so long.
Do you have brain as well?
I did have brain. I'll mention that next episode. That's a whole thing on its own.
Lovely.
Now, before we get into the best burger, because I know you guys are eager to hear it, when we were talking about trends, I think Taz and I both had a bit of a different idea of what a trend was.
Yeah.
You had an idea about viral trends that you've seen.
When you said that, when you said trends, I was thinking, the kind of viral trends, food trends you see on TikTok or elsewhere, like, you know, how they're kind of adapting ramens, like instant noodles, or there are some other weird kind of trends, cottage ice cream. There's loads of different things that they, you know, try. And I thought, oh, that's what he wants to talk about. But you were talking about kind of almost like culinary kind of predictions and things what will happen in the food industry as a whole, as opposed to more of a social
trend. Yeah, like
so, yeah.
different from viral trends to industry trends.
So then we just went, okay, well, why don't we combine such ideas?
And I received a delivery from Taz yesterday.
Yep.
And I've got to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
So bearing in mind it's Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And have you seen that video, that viral video go around about the woman talking about fruit roll-ups?
No.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So
I actually didn't know
I'd
this.
seen that earlier in the week and I was like, oh my God, that's horrendous. And it's Valentine's Day. And then literally you're like, I've just sending someone to your house.
You didn't know what
Ladies
it
and gentlemen, fruit roll-ups. I was like, what's this guy trying to say?
I've not actually seen that video, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You have to, okay. Well,
Go online, use your imagination.
Yeah.
Fruit roll-ups, Valentine's Day.
Fruit
You
roll-ups.
get it.
Okay, I'm gonna
We've also got...
an ice cream.
We're not affiliated with Häagen-Dazs,
No,
although we should be.
we should. Otherwise blur that out. Anyway, look, guys. So I think you've probably seen this. So I saw this ages ago. I actually just really wanted to do it, and the idea was basically Alex was going to do it, but he's kindly brought it in instead. And why don't we do it on the podcast? Yasmin, do you want one of these? There we go. You have to wait. You have to wait. I'm making one. So essentially, what you do. Sorry for the audio listeners. It's not very fun for you, but for the visual ones, you can see what I'm doing. I'm unwrapping a roll up. So unwrap it. Oh, you've got 2 spoons. Unwrap it. So a fruit roll up for you, whoever you don't know what it is.
Can I just clarify? A fruit roll-ups winders back in the UK?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Did you? I got I opened a packet when I was younger. 2 winders in one packet.
What?
Best day ever.
You are living. And then that's kind of like transcended to what you do as a job.
Mate, the great double roll-up of 06.
So basically, you roll out the roll up, essentially. So you have this kind of almost like square layer of sugar.
I actively try and avoid square layers of sugar, but
Yeah. So not today, though. Right. Now what we're gonna do? Let's just peel that off. Let's just be normal.
it's
Okay.
so stick.
Right. Put it down. And there you get an ice cream. We've got the Häagen-Dazs here. I'm gonna put it on for you, mate.
Thank you. Scoop me.
Scoop right in the middle. Go on. Now wrap that quickly up like a dumpling almost.
Is this one wrinkled?
Yeah,
What's
wrap
that?
like a dumpling. Go on there. Put it in there. Right. Give it a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Was it gone hard?
It's gone firmer, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, it has gone hard.
It's going crispy now, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
hard. Feel it. Wait there.
Cheers.
Clap the bottom. Audio.
Oh.
See how it's gone hard
Oh,
now?
that's in it.
It's crisp. Give it a second. Let that cool down a bit more. Is it hard? Is yours like actually
Mine's
not?
like, yeah, mine's... Audio listeners, get onto
Yeah.
YouTube, please.
Is yours
This
hard?
one's hard. Mine's
Mine-
getting hard, Taz.
Mine's hard and it's leaking a little bit.
Mine's got white stuff coming out the top.
All right. Now you're going to have a nice little crunch bite of it.
Yeah? Okay.
Ready? Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh, what was that?
Wow.
Was that crunchy?
That ASMR, though.
What's
Ooh.
that?
One more. Sorry, audio listeners. I know people munching is not the one.
So it's hard when you bite it, and after when you eat it, it starts to get softer in your mouth again.
Oh, my.
I can't help this without innuendos. Lovely.
Imagine if all things we get closed down for, it's this.
How good is that?
That's incredible, mate. Hats off to you. That is incredible.
Sweeten that. Yaz, do you want one? Right, I'm going to make one for Yaz.
All right.
We'll skip this.
No innuendos, all right?
Okay, yeah. Yaz, do you mind if I put my fingers on it? Or do you want to do it? Oh, we'll do it after the show then. We'll do it after the show then.
Right now, Yasmin.
I need to try it.
Thank you very much.
Can you talk? I'm about to put this in my mouth.
Okay, I will talk. So, moving on. That was delicious. There's a tissue if you need it. We are talking about one of the most contentious topics that I think Dubai's food scene has ever experienced. What is Dubai's best burger broke the fourth wall there.
Burger.
So this is one of the things that constantly comes up. What is Dubai's best burger? Now, I put it out on the stories a couple of days ago, asked you guys to vote for your top 3 burgers. The reason I wanted to do this, as I alluded to earlier, I thought burgers went crazy 22-23. Too many. Saturated.
Everyone and their dog opened a burger shop.
Everyone. It got way out of hand. So
Why do you think that is, by the way?
I know exactly why. Someone starts a burger concept. They do really well. Everyone else goes, I like money.
Pickle,
High joint.
and
And then the rest follow. I'm not saying, and then obviously you've had Five Guys at McDonald's and everyone here for millions of years. So,
okay.
Shall I give you the top 3?
So how are we going to do? Are we going to say? So I was saying to Alex, maybe we can judge this. I looked at, I don't know what it is, World Food Reviews or something, or how they judge things.
Okay.
And there was like kind of 4 categories they judge on: appearance, taste, quality of beef. Oh, this is a beef. We're doing just beef only. This one.
Well, that's funny. I didn't specify beef or chicken.
Yeah.
And there were some people going with chicken, some people beef. I think beef is pretty much what.
Okay. Maybe we do a chicken one as well.
Next time, yeah.
So sorry, appearance, taste, quality of beef, and price.
So we'll say what people ordered, what people voted for in the order. Then you and we discuss these points and see if it's valid and deserving of the points. So in third place, a joint third place.
When you say third place, is that because
third most votes?
Yes.
Third most votes. We had Five Guys.
Okay.
And Orfali. Orfali Bros.
Oh, yeah.
They just the number one restaurant.
The number one, yeah, exactly.
Congratulations. Mina's top best 50 came out very this week.
A lot of UAE on that as well today, this year. Yeah.
There is a lot of UAE.
Anyway, let's stick to this. Come on. Talk about that as well.
Now, have you had Orfali's burger?
No, I've not had the Orfali's burger, no.
Have you had a Five Guys burger?
Of course I have.
Okay, so what do you reckon on this Five Guys burger then? They haven't specified which burger. Obviously, we've all had Five Guys before.
Yeah. I mean, the idea of Five Guys, obviously, you customize it. So, not the Burger King have it your way, but essentially you have choose a cheeseburger and then you choose sauces, fillings. So it's up to you, really, isn't it? So
yeah.
What's yours? Finish.
See, the thing is, with Five Guys, one of my friends, Nish, who I used to work with, he had like this ultimate recipe that he put in there. And it was like 2 types of onion, mustard, ketchup.
Yeah.
And there was like one other thing. I'll get this up. I'll put it on the socials for you lot so you can go find it. But it is the ultimate Five Guys burger. One day I done McDonald's, Shake Shack, and Five Guys all in one day. And
for a video?
Yeah, for a video. And it is way more decadent than the other ones.
It is,
but
really.
Like, those extra calories make a lot more flavour. I rate Five Guys. I think the third place is well deserved.
I'd agree with that. You know, I actually really do like Five Guys. It's a very indulgent burger choice. It's not your kind of like McDonald's where you standardise. It is heavy.
Double patty as well. It's juicy, it's fatty, it's definitely...
Our friend Dom ordered one, hungry, and he thought, he only thought it comes with one patty, add another patty to it.
Oh my God.
Came as a triple monster. It's just like, that's like the size of a baby.
It is, yeah.
It's heavy. But you know what? Actually really nice, because you can have it your own way, like I mentioned. Flavour-wise, lovely. The way they do it, I mean, it's nice. Good.
And on the opposite side of the spectrum, you've got Orfali, which is probably the most premium high-end burger. Now, Orfali doesn't want to be known as a burger restaurant, but he does make a really good burger.
Yeah.
He doesn't do a smash patty. He does what he calls hand-pressed patty.
Okay.
So it still holds it's still firm, like a patty, like a burger patty. It's a bit of a coarser grind on there, so you get that meat texture. It's not just smashed into oblivion.
Yeah.
Sauce, caramelized onions, perfectly balanced, good sear on it. It's immaculate. I think Orfali should have been voted a little bit higher, but you guys voted, and that is what you said. Are we ready for number 2?
Okay. Did you not want to do the thing, or should we just run?
I think I'll allow that, because that's going to take ages.
So,
in number 2, in second place, 3-way tie.
Ooh.
Shake Shack.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Pickle.
Ooh. Which one did they do this?
They didn't specify, which I really want clarification. So if you did vote for Pickle, can you just clarify? We'll talk on the next episode.
Yeah.
And what I think is well-deserved, Maxi Good Food Store.
Maxi Good Food Store?
Have you not had this yet?
No.
Yasmin, can we let Taz out, and can you come sit here, because you're clearly a better foodie than him?
Maxi?
Alcos. So basically, what happened is Maxi was like a butchery, and they were providing the meat for Hydroid, I think,
Okay.
when they first started. And then obviously they started making burgers, and Hydroid was like, "Well, you can't do that." Then they went their separate ways. But Maxi's Burger, they do this.
Max's?
Maxi, Maxzi.
Okay.
They do a jalapeno cheeseburger, smash
Ooh.
patty, potato bun, but it's just like their meat quality is really, really good. And they do some bigger ones, but
Yeah.
a lot of the boys, Dom, Sanj, they have it all the time.
Love it.
Yeah, so it makes it better at golf, apparently.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to order 20 of them today.
And I think also Pickle and Shake Shack,
Shake Shack, fine. It's fine.
safe bet.
It is a safe bet. Small burgers. Quality's quite good. It does the job. In terms of the kind of fast food burgers, I put it in the kind of... I'd probably put it below Five Guys if I was actually honest.
Yeah.
Because I think just the substantial of burgerness you get.
Yeah.
Shake Shack is a nice brand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a New York brand. It's good. Good quality. Like, you know what I mean?
Goodness. I like that.
Yeah. It's,
Level of burgerness.
do you know what I mean? Like
Pickle.
Pickle's an OG. Fantastic.
I don't often order their beef burgers when I go. I normally go and order the Nashville. But every time I've had their beef burger, and even their Impossible Burger, I was like,
I'm not trying the Impossible.
the Impossible Burger, my cousin's wife is vegetarian.
Yeah.
And he dabbles in vegetarianism.
Yes.
And I got to try this Impossible Burger. You can't tell the difference.
Really?
Honestly,
Fair enough.
it's good enough that it made me go, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I can't be a vegetarian, but
Yeah.
I can do it.
No, I really like their burgers. I don't know why. Recently, I've been going to their beef burgers as opposed to their chicken burgers. Maybe it's just I fancy a bit more beef
Which
burger.
one do you order with? Yeah.
The normal one. What's the normal one? With the
They do like
sauce?
bacon. They do like bacon cheese.
No, I don't do the bacon because it's just they ain't pulled bacon. It's
If you ain't
chewy.
got pulled bacon, that's
And I'm always hesitant. They might do well. I'm always just hesitant to get it because if it comes in, it's chewy, it's dead, and it just ruins. Not the burger, it just ruins my day.
yeah.
So
Really, that
it's
actually.
because I'm like, these are heavy calories. I want this to mean something. I get excited about my food, and this is something else. I'm like in the mood for a takeaway. I'm like, okay, I'm prepping it. I'm going for the menu. I'm going for the menu all fucking day. I'm ready for it. I'm excited, and it comes and it's shit, and I'm like, this is a waste. It's not about the money. It's like this is a waste of my moment.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't get beef.
It's funny, cheat meals, because a lot of people message me, they're like, oh, we use your page to find our cheat meals.
Yeah.
Because I never post healthy stuff. And a cheat meal is an experience. Like you said, you plan it, you think about it, you imagine it, you've earned it, you get there, and there's nothing worse. Like, I regularly risk it for a biscuit. Like, I love trying new places on like a delivery platform. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't, and there's nothing more disappointing when you're eating your risk it for a biscuit meal, and then you look over and the missus has gone for Old Faithful, and she's sat
Old Faithful sandwich noodle.
Yeah, she won't share it with you.
Fun fact: do you know? Just been delivery platforms. Do you know what was the restaurant what gets the most orders on delivery platforms? This is just the someone just told me this or thought about this. I'm not going to say who,
Good question.
but a restaurant. Who do you think it is? And think about all the restaurants, including McDonald's, KFC's, whatever. What restaurant?
Is it a restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to
It's
say
a restaurant.
Starbucks. I was going to say Starbucks.
No.
I think they do. I know Deliveroo. I think Pickle was Deliveroo's number one.
Do you know, actually, in terms of the food, who orders, there's, in terms of the hierarchy, volume of orders, I think it's Talabat, 1, Noon Food, 2, Deliveroo and Kareem, I think, are either 3 or 4.
Really?
I think actually maybe, I think that's the kind of order.
It's also
By
demographics.
margin.
Yeah, I think when you think about demographics that use the platform, I think Deliveroo and Kareem are more West.
Premium. Yeah. The more kind of premium
Expat offering.
Yeah.
And then
Talabat's got the market.
there. Yeah. It's
All right, anyway, who do you think it is? Who gets the most orders?
what if it's on Talabat? I don't
Maybe it's on all platforms, I think. Right, it's called
McDonald's.
I'll Bake.
Ah,
That's it.
I'll bake.
I'll
My
bake.
old friend.
I'll Bake.
I'll bake. I'll bake.
I'll Bake. I've only ever had it once. It was in Bahrain and it was terrible, but I'll try it here.
But it's funny. Everyone was like, "You have to go to Albake. You have to go to Albake." I went to the one in Dubai Mall. I was like,
Yeah.
okay."
Yeah.
And then it was like, "That's not good enough. You have to go to Saudi." So I was like, "Okay." So I flew to Saudi Arabia to go try it in Saudi. It is better in Saudi.
Yeah.
I will give you that. But
I'm going to try it again. It was like 3 a.m. We just come back from flight
yeah, no.
from Bahrain. I was like, there wasn't open. And I was like, what is this?
I tell you what, we say Shake Shack is number 2, but meh. When you come back, we were in Ibiza. You go from Ibiza, you fly Kuwait Airlines, and you go from Ibiza, you go to Kuwait, and then you stop, and they've got a Shake Shack there. I promise you, that is the best burger you've ever had in your life.
Ooh, me and Alex are going to Ibiza actually later on this
Yes,
year.
we are.
For a special episode, that is.
Burger number one.
Episode of love.
Okay, burger number one. Drum roll. Who do you think it is?
Best burger.
Best burger in Dubai.
Flyjoy?
That was number 4.
Ooh.
The best burger, apparently.
Dave's Hot Chicken.
That was on the list. Had a couple votes, but definitely not near the top. Number 1.
It can't be like McDonald's.
11 Green.
11 Green.
Yasmin, get in the chair now.
Taxi!
11 Green. You've not had it yet.
No. I said to Alex, can you give me the list so I can actually try these things before we go into this?
Yeah, but I got the list today.
Yeah. Well,
11
no,
Green.
you had the list
I checked
yesterday.
it today. 11 Green. So Tanos on 8.
Have I tried it?
It is down in near the Wassel Junction,
Yes.
kind of near that area. The Bull Burger. So Cucina del Sol, they done a pitmaster barbecue off Dubai's best burger. They had like 4 or 5 rounds where they invited all the barbecue masters from across Dubai to come and basically show off their burger.
Yes.
I was the judge on one of them. There were some very, very good burgers on there that have also gone independent. The Bull Burger from 11 Green won this. It then went to the United States, home of the burger, Germany. But
Yeah, I was going to say.
to then participate in the World Food Championships, and it came number 3 burger in the entire world. Yes.
No way.
Yeah. Now, if I tell you that before you go and try it, naturally your expectations are going to be
Yes.
very high. And I think this is the issue that we had. Like when I posted about it, people's expectations were so high. They were like, number 3 burger in the world. You're setting yourself up for failure.
There is a limit though. Like there's like I think there's still gonna be a burger. Like there's not gonna like transform your mind where you like I'm expecting good things, right? But it's not gonna be like something where I'm gonna be like fuck. Like it's gonna be just a fantastic burger.
But then you've had burgers. Like I had Bleecker Burger in the UK in Spitalfields. Everyone's raving about that. I'd had a few burgers in my time in Dubai.
You have.
I went to Spitalfields and I took a mouthful of this burger, and the goodness, the warmth, the happiness.
Spirits back on your mouth.
Honestly, it was juicy. It was salty. Like they're not scared of salt over there. Like obviously the local audience doesn't like as much salt on their food. Us Brits, we love it. Lashings of salt, then salty bacon, cheese, and then in a sesame bun.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna have it before the next episode. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna give you my humble opinion if it deserves number 1.
Yeah. So apparently the one that won number 3 burger in the world isn't actually the one that's on the menu.
Right.
The Bull Burger, I think, is on the menu. You've got to ask for it with a double patty as the one that they won in the competition.
Okay, yeah.
And they will do it for you.
Okay, fine.
Okay?
Well, I'm doing that. Good. Love it.
Congratulations, everyone, voting Dubai's best burger.
Do you agree with that, though? Do you agree with the top 3 then? I think that's what we're trying to do. Well, what do you have a wild card or not?
You know what?
Are you happy with it?
I've always said, because I'm like, what's your best burger? What's your best burger? I think premium or Fali, it's just such good burger. Or Fali Rose, it's 65, 75, 85, something around that mark. Yeah. It's a world-class burger. Like that's really how burgers should be done.
Yeah.
From food trucks, obviously it's a premium offering. I think High Joint, still my go-to. High Jams with a double patty. Make sure and get a double patty.
It's just a dream.
I love that one. Although I will say the bacon jammy is getting quite sweet, and it is making the burger quite sweet. But if that's your thing, you love it.
Yeah.
And Maxie's she's a sneaky old girl. She will come out of nowhere and she will impress you.
I love it. Well, I think there we go, guys. You have the definitive list of the best burgers in the UAE.
Yeah.
Actually, not in Dubai, should I say?
Yeah, in Dubai. We don't want any more talk about it. No one asked me anymore.
See you later.
Burgers are done. 2022 and 3. Nail in the coffin. And we are now looking forward. So,
yes.
What are our predictions for the food scene? What are we going to see more of this year? And is it a good thing and is it a bad thing? Have you had any thoughts?
Well, I've had some thoughts. I did some reading. Now, you are going to be more of an expert in this because you're in the field of it. So I was just trying to look at it from what I see happening in terms of almost like a bit of a culture shift.
Yeah.
So for me, I was looking at some things where there was like some trends that talk about butterboards. Butterboards are going to be a bit of a trend in 2020.
Is that just like all those different types of butter?
Different types of butter, and they're basically like, I think like a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
But you put the base, like you put on the charcuterie board, whatever, lace it with butter, and then you have like meats and you have bread, and it's like, you can almost it's a bit like a dip to a point. And there's different flavors, different like, different flavors, different textures. And it's just basically like a charcuterie board on butter, and you have bread, and you kind of like scoop it up a bit like a
Is this a thing in the US?
I think it's definitely more prevalent in the US from what I was reading, from what I was seeing, and I was like, oh, it's quite an interesting concept. And articles I was reading is like, oh, this is kind of a one trend which is gonna, you know what trends are like. So if something pops off,
Yeah.
views they roll, but it seems to be quite popular.
The funny thing you say when you're talking about butter boards, there was the guy on TikTok, like day 300 of different butter every day, and he just went around, he's just making loads of different types of butter. It was like went viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's every video starts him just doing like a quenelle of butter, and it's just perfectly glossy.
That
machine.
is
Yeah.
such good, like
Perfect. Right,
engaging
yeah,
content.
exactly. So he does a day 32 of butter. Today we're making a sun-dried tomato in basil basil butter. So yeah, butter boards, come to Dubai, please. I'm all for that.
I think it's more of a homemade thing.
Oh, is it?
I think it's more like, I don't think you would go out for a butter. It's the same. You don't really go out for a charcuterie board. It's like having a wine night, having friends around. I'll make a charcuterie board. I think it's just more of a alternative and maybe a different approach to a charcuterie board, and you have a butter board.
Can you imagine just a board of butter?
just a little pack.
Come over to my house for dinner. Board of butter.
Wait, if I invite you around my house, that's what to expect.
Exactly. Sponsored by Lurpak.
Yeah. We actually best get
So a trend that I'm kind of seeing. So like I said earlier, I think when someone does something well, a lot of people will then try and jump on the bandwagon and copy. I think my big boy, Big T Burger, what he did for barbecue, I am now seeing a lot more pit masters and smokers that I haven't seen before in the community.
Nice.
Cropping up and trying to take a bit of that market share. Apparently Al Quoz is becoming a bit of a barbecue hub.
Really?
Yeah, there's now apparently 2 or 3 pit masters that are trying to do
Nice.
a similar thing.
Okay.
Look, I think competition is good. Like, you want to come in the market, compete,
100%.
try and do things better. I'm all for it. You're going against Big T.
You're not going against his food. You're going against him.
You're going against him. Yeah, you better bring your A game. You better train up for that because he's ready for a fight. So it's
quite literally, he will scrap.
he'll punch you, and he's got an axe. I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I also see sandwiches as well.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, because you had Wise Guys and Rascals.
Yes.
2023.
Yeah. I've always said like Dubai's missing a really nice sandwich shop.
Yes.
And actually, I was talking to the guys at work in the studio, and some of the guys have never had Branston pickle,
Mate.
So we're gonna have today we had a Pifar day, by the way, at lunch, and next week I'm gonna basically make a sandwich course for the guys who never had Branston pickle. So we're gonna make ploughman sandwiches.
You know what? I can do one better for you. Birch Bakery in Al Quoz. Did I tell you about it? Hidden Bakery in Al Quoz.
Oh no, yeah, best croissant,
roast beef sandwich with Branston pickle and cheese.
Ooh.
Mate, get a couple of those. They are.
Oh no, but I'm gonna explain to them what a typical British lunch is: sandwich and packet of crisps.
Yes.
So I'm gonna bring that in. I'm sometimes put the crisp in it, a bit of salad cream.
I'm really glad to see sandwiches coming into Dubai.
I do love a sandwich.
They've been missing. It's a complete gap in the
Do you think it's a
market.
British thing? Sandwiches?
No, because you've got Italian sandwiches, you've got
Yes.
New York delis,
No,
you've
you're
got
right, you're right.
Spanish meat places.
Okay, yeah.
I think everyone loves a sandwich.
Everyone
I think
does love a sandwich.
British one is the one you walk in there, you've got some old love and shit. Hello, dear.
Yeah.
Hello, love. What can I
Yeah.
get you? That's
Yeah.
British.
Up north.
Terrible accent. But
I don't know what
yes,
the
if you're
fuck
going to open a sandwich place in Dubai, make sure it's a little old British lady that
Yeah,
says
yeah,
hello, love, when
Oh,
as
love.
you walk in.
Oh.
But yeah, sandwiches. Let's see more of them. Any other predictions?
So one, I was reading the Time article on kind of like food influences and how people's approach on food and dining is changing over time. Obviously, a lot of people are looking at meat alternatives these days.
Yeah.
We're working with a brand in San Francisco who provide meat alternatives. They curate and they make meat from like cells of a cow,
Okay, yeah.
and they make it in the lab. And it sounds pretty sci-fi and gross, but in terms of how that benefits the planet in terms of reduction in CO2, methane, the healthiness of it, can animals start part of it, and they say the quality is fantastic, and it's because it's grown. It's like you can farm it essentially, whatever. However, one I was actually quite interested.
We're not going to be doing any of that.
No. Scrap that.
So there's a new barbecue
yeah.
place.
So that burger joint. No, so but then what I was actually reading as well, they had a nice article on mindful drinking.
Okay.
So I'm into this, right? I'm gonna read a little excerpt from Time magazine, the article. So, more mindful drinking. For years, Derek Brown, who was best known in Washington, D.C. for his high ownership of profile bars, but the long-time bartender's attitude about alcohol has shifted and is now more of an advocate for non-alcoholic cocktails.
Yes.
He wrote in a book called Mindful Mixology. Quite a nice title. He says, in 2024, Brown expects we'll see a continued rise of mindful drinking versus an either and or approach. We'll see a lot of polarization in discussions about alcohol, he says. They tend to revert to drink or don't drink. Instead, we'll start to hear something that calls for more substitute in terms of drinks.
Okay.
So people who switch between non-alcoholic and alcoholic. So not saying like, oh, I just don't drink, or yes, I do drink. It'll be people who go, they take it. They can have a drink, they can't have a drink, but they still want the kind of the feeling of going out and having a drink and whatnot, and then having those alternative 0% alcohol is, I think, going to be quite prevalent. So in America, there's a hard push on 0%.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot. They've been sponsoring.
Even with Formula One,
yeah.
it's always 0.0 Heineken.
Yeah.
Or 0.0. It's always, they always sponsor the zero Peroni, 0.0% Peroni.
Think of like the
Laws as well.
demographic.
Yeah, exactly. Demographic.
There's a huge number of people that aren't drinking alcohol, and there's a massive market share there. So
yeah, and like there's no alcoholic gins. There's he says here also about how he sees a big shift in de-alcoholic wine.
Yeah.
So wines that don't have actually alcohol, but you still get the flavor profile, still make it the way it does. And I kind of can jump on board with this because, I mean, I do love a bev, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to like, say we're going out for lunch and I've drove, like I still kind of want a beer or I want a couple of beers, but I just don't want to be hungover.
Yeah.
Or obviously I want to drive back as well. I'm not going to drink and drive. So do you have that divide element? So it's nice to still have that kind of, that still satisfaction of having a beer without having the kind of repercussion of what the alcohol is. Because I guess what do you enjoy alcohol? I think we've had a conversation about this.
Yeah.
Like, do you like alcohol because of the feeling it makes or the taste you're having at the moment?
So it varies. Like I know what you mean. When I went to the opening of Liars, when they came in non-alcoholic cocktails.
Yeah.
So went to this.
went
to this event on the launch event at the Burj. Really, really nice. Like was drinking like 6-7 different cocktails, and it was quite nice. Leaving that event, getting in my car, just going home, and waking up the next day and being able to listen to it. Like it was at that point I go, okay, I might not be fully on board with it, but I get it. I get what the proposition is. But could I see myself down at Coco Bay or something, having a nice glass of rosé, and then being like, oh, instead of having a glass of rosé next, I'm going to have a non-alcoholic rosé. And then after that, we can go back to it.
Like I said, I think it's down to the principle though. Like say you're like, okay, well, I'm going out for lunch with the guys or girls, and I've got to do something later on in the evening.
Yeah.
But I still want to like a nice little rosé in the sun. Instead of having alcohol, you can have a non-alcoholic one. And if no one told you, you'll still drink it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get in the car, I've got to go out for dinner or whatever it may be.
The thing about the taste, you can't taste the difference. Like these cocktails and wines, they've got so close. Even the beers now, like pretty much can't tell the difference. But if someone's like, oh, you're going to go sit with the boys, are you going to have a non-alcoholic Guinness or a Guinness? You're going to have a Guinness.
Yeah, no, you would. That's what I mean. I would. But if I was like, okay, I'm at lunch, I want a couple, but I've got a meeting later on in the afternoon, or I need to drive after work to there.
Yeah.
I still want a Guinness. I'm confident I can have that, enjoy it, and feel that's fine.
I think definitely in Dubai, this is going to be a huge thing. Markets like Saudi are going to be enormous. Like,
exactly. And and the health. I don't know how healthy non-alcoholics are drinks wise. They still have probably the same fat content, but I guess alcohol does affect your body. I think a health conscious people, how we are a bit more leaning towards, I think everyone knows we want to lean into a bit more health conscious. I think having that alternative to be a bit more readily available, I think that's actually a good thing. Because there are times where I'm like, I'll go and I'm like, oh, I've got to drive. I'm like, well, can't drink now. Then you're in your mind, you're like, oh, shall I just go home? And it's just like, well, that's
you kind of want the night to keep going, but you don't want to keep drinking.
I don't want to have a Diet Coke every like 2 seconds.
That's the thing. I can see it definitely getting bigger in Dubai, and I'm all for it. I think how many places we've gone in and been offered a passion fruit mojito. We're going to be making a video over the last 3 years how many times I've been offered a passion fruit mojito.
Like that is the go-to.
Exactly. If you've got non-alcoholic mocktails, like let's mix it up a bit. Come on, do a non-alcoholic gin and tonic or an old-fashioned. Like there's some really good...
like spinach.
Yeah, they are tasty. Like I think restaurants definitely need to adopt them, or we go the opposite way, legalize alcohol here.
Well, no,
which I'm a big advocate for.
I missed the point. It's, you
I
can
do,
get
yeah.
alcohol. But yeah, I think that's actually, I see that's going to be. I think it's definitely more prevalent in the UK.
Yeah.
Even I've noticed that even when I go back, there's just so many like 0% alcohols available. Supermarkets, you go to the pub. When I was growing up, there's no world I can even conceive. You go to a pub and there'll be like a 0% tap.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, no, they've never happened. Not in the UK.
And even now, you know, some places probably not, but there is so much more of that where it's like, you know what, I can get on board for the right reason, for
Good.
the right reason. So I think that's going to be a shift in 2024. If it comes to Dubai, hopefully there is a bit more of that, because obviously this country is, you know, in terms of what this country is, it does make sense. There's a lot of non-drinkers in this country, so I think those brands will do well here. Like what's that malt drink? It's a B. It's like a beer malt drink. It's called Burr. Do you know what it is? Yes.
Dandelion
B.
milk.
No, it's a brand you get here, but it's a beer. I can't remember what it is, but that's like a malt beer. That's like the OG non-alcoholic having a beer. It's called beer.
Look, I'll try it. I'm still not fully on board with it.
I mean, like I said, yeah, it's
Let's do it. I think another trend it's gonna keep going this way. Beach clubs in Dubai.
You reckon?
There's more going. Maison
Yeah.
de Plage, Chef Easy's new place was really good.
Beach is that a new one?
Another beach club, BCH club
Yeah.
at the W. That's gonna be vibey AF.
Yeah.
Everyone goes and sends it. I don't think there's a lack of beach clubs in Dubai,
Yeah.
but there's going to be more coming our way.
I
this year.
feel like they open and they close.
What they name one beach club that's closed?
I don't really go to beach clubs anymore. I remember back in the day they'd be open, they'll close. They'll open, then they
So the
close.
thing is, all West Palm's still open.
West Palm
they
as well.
West Palm. Is
West was a
bad.
new destination,
Yeah.
which done well and has capitalised on the beach club. They are beach clubs now, though.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? There used to be loads of beach clubs on the Palm, and like big mega ones from all around the world.
I can't remember them.
Yeah, there was like one's one by Ibiza. There's Dre's.
White. No, not White.
There's other one. There's big
Eden?
ones.
Yeah, the Eden Beach Club.
Yeah, all them.
Yeah,
They all
yeah,
just go.
Because that was too far out there. That was right at the end of the Palm.
Yeah.
I think West Palm,
West Palm is they
Keep doing what you're
capitalised.
doing.
Keep doing what you're doing.
just build some parking, please. It's a nightmare on a Saturday, Sunday trying to get.
Oh,
down there.
get in there. Yeah,
I had
just
to
the
fucking
traffic.
Golden Mile and walk across.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, not.
I think they've landed on gold there. Gold.
Yeah,
In terms of like
gosh.
beach clubs. They've. I think like at the start, what was it? A few beach clubs. There's like Jones Grocer and Coco was open and some other places. But now all them beach clubs have opened up and like they are doing well. That whole strip is just, and it's because obviously the hotels are there.
Yeah, see, the thing is, the strip is one thing, but we went to Rick's place, the Lamborghini place on the Radisson Blue. You don't think it? Go
That
up
Radisson
to the
Blue is
rooftop.
so nice.
It is. You're literally.
Is it Mason Matisse there as well? Oh, there's not.
Yeah, no, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You go to the rooftop, infinity pool on top, loads of people going off, and then the other side was like a Mediterranean restaurant, and being able to like sip a drink overlooking the entire of like
Nice.
Dubai Harbour it's such a good view up there. So I think all those rooftops are just going to get
Yeah.
flooded.
And they're building more stuff down there.
Let's do it. Dubai's booming, baby. Let's keep it going.
Savage Beach Club.
Thank you very much. Is that a wrap?
I think that's it, man. Do we do time left? Any memory left?
Well, yeah, 6:14. Well, we're doing it.
6:14. Guys, well, thank you so much for that good old chat today. Episode 5, and that's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's quite funny because we're actually launching like on Tuesday.
Yeah. By the time
Episode
you listen to
5.
this, we're
Episode
organised.
5. Wait, we're so organised. But can you do us a favour?
Yes.
Go on the socials.
Chop a follow and a subscribe on the socials. Support your boys, and also drop us loads of comments. DM us. Like, we're always on reading them. What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of?
And
this is
now,
me
exactly.
saying it.
Now, because we're going to be launched, we can actually start interacting with you a bit more. Because it's all been a bit.
It's all been
a
very
little bit
hush-hush.
through Alex, a little bit. You probably not even noticed. But now we can ask you directly. I will actually DM you. Like, tell me what you want to talk about. And we'll talk.
Yeah, lovely. That's a wrap. Thanks very much.
Thank you
for
so
listening,
much, guys.
See you next episode.
Bye.